Hey everybody, me and Dean back at you with another video. And today, yeah, the curtains are back. Isn't that nice? Today we're starting off this video with a wine tasting. It's afternoon. We're going to Magic Kingdom later tonight, but we haven't been to a park yet. So first thing we're gonna do today that's exciting is taste some wine. We started off today with a little Whispering Angel. I had to buy this yesterday. It's $20 here. Might as well be free. Anyway, I reviewed that one before, so I'm not going to review it again today. So we're starting off with the red. We're going to have some steaks for late lunch, early dinner. So this is the Burgess Cellars 2014 Topography Red Blend from Napa Valley. Now, Burgess Cellars, if you guys watch Psalm TV, if you watch the Sparkler show they had there, or any other, she's been on a lot. This is the adorable little redhead, Meg. This is, she's the winemaker here. And interesting, the back of the bottle actually mentions it's made to be drank young, but it's 2014 and they're still selling it on wine.com, and they're still selling it on the winery website. So not that young, I guess, but it's only $48.99, so not expensive. It's a mostly Merlot blend with a little bit of Malbec, Petit Verdot, and Syrah as well. So it's really showing its age on the nose. Funky mushroom, forest floor, leather. Like tart red cherry. Oh, there's a hint of cinnamon there in the background, I think. Yeah, it's definitely, at least, I would have said this is a 15-year-old wine, honestly. So I hope that's not a bad sign. This is one of the wine.com wines, so we'll see how the staying 2 extra nights in the FedEx depot affected it. It doesn't smell cooked. It just smells old. Yeah, red cherry, like a tart Bing cherry comes forward. Forest floor, cigar box, truffle. Medium to medium plus finish. I like a hint of black pepper comes up at the end there too. A bit of black plum as well. A red plum. Plums with red on the inside, maybe, I'm not sure. If you didn't watch Seinfeld, you totally won't get that, but my wife's laughing, you can hear that, because yeah, I like that. For 49 bucks, that is a good wine. It comes aged already. Like, I would not age this for another second. This is, I mean, it's not gonna, you know, collapse tomorrow, but it's drinking, it's hit its drinking window. I would probably this is slightly past. It's probably just going the other way now, but just slightly. Still very good. Yeah, I give that 91 points. It's a lovely wine. I'll be very interested to try if I can find some other Burgess stuff, some of their more high-end stuff, because they, of course, it's a cab house. Like, they got cabs and all that stuff like everybody else does. But given this is Merlot based, with no Cabernet in it whatsoever, that's a real nice wine. But good job, Meg. All right, so we're gonna have a little bit of lunch, and then we'll be off to the Magic Kingdom. We talked about the lightning lanes a few times in these videos. No question, they are a huge help if you're going to the park later in the day. We've already got 3 booked. One of the individual lightning lanes we had to pay extra for, that's for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We've got lightning lane for the Peter Pan ride, which is, it's one of those rides that it's cute and I like it and I don't want to miss it, but I'm sure as heck ain't standing in line an hour and a half for it, which is what the lineup usually gets to. So we got one of those booked as well. And then we've got one booked for the Jungle Cruise. The Jungle Cruise is already, it's right as I'm making this video right now, it's 2:30. The Jungle Cruise is already booking lightning lanes at 9 o'clock. yeah, again, the Jungle Cruise is cute, and I don't want to miss it, but I'm not waiting in line a long time for it. So I'm glad that we've got that. So every 2 hours after park open, you can make another lightning lane selection. So in like another hour or so, I get to make another one. I'll try to find something just before the first one. Maybe we'll have 4 back-to-back like we did yesterday at Animal Kingdom, which is clearly the way to do it. You can set, and not only do you get the lights and everything going at night, the advantage for the lightning lanes is huge, because if you go in the morning, you're only going to have 1. Maybe you'll have 2 if you've booked an individual lightning lane, the extra payment, but you don't have to do that. So afternoon and evening is definitely where it's at. All right, let's go. So no particular surprise, we had a great time in the Magic Kingdom. I'll show you a few pictures that we took. A ton of our pictures come from the PhotoPass photographers. We haven't downloaded all those yet. There's a couple of them. One of the things, a couple of exciting things. That was so during the 50th anniversary, they've been doing special ice cream cones at one of the places across from the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and so they've been one a month. Every month they change. Every 4 or 6 weeks they change it. So we only got there obviously long enough for one of them. So we got Sleepy Cone, or was it Sleepy? I think it was Sleepy, but it was blue cotton candy flavored mixed in with vanilla. It was just delicious. I also noticed that the Splash Mountain, the walls went up. This was just a couple days after they had closed the ride. The walls are up already. So gone but not forgotten for Splash Mountain. One of the most exciting things I didn't get on camera, I wish I had, the fireworks were going on right during our lightning lane for a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So we actually got to ride the train with the fireworks exploding right around us. So it was pretty awesome. You come around the corner and then boom, 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 boom. That was unexpectedly great timing. We didn't do that intentionally, but it was pretty awesome. So yeah, it was a great day. So tomorrow's Saturday, and we'll be on to, we don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Probably not much. Depends on how we're feeling, and might be a day off. We might take most of the weekend off and relax a little bit, recover. But we'll be back. So here we are now on Sunday morning. We didn't do anything yesterday but stay home and relax. Tracy needed some rest on her feet. So we had a really nice day, just kind of chilling out. There was napping. Oh, there was napping. And there was wine. We had a couple of, it was Chardonnay day yesterday. We had a couple of those. Started out with one from Matthiasson, Napa Valley. Really a winery, one of these, maybe a cult winery you might call them, Napa. Well regarded for their low intervention wines. This Chardonnay was no stirring of the lees or anything like that. It was 40% of it sees malolactic fermentation, so it doesn't have those big buttery characteristics that so many people complain about for Napa Chard sometimes, California Chard in general, and we tend to like, actually. Although we like all Chardonnay when it's well made, and this one's very well made. Gave it 92 points, and it was really delightful. And then we moved on to a Hartford Court Chardonnay. Hartford Court, I've reviewed 100 of these wines, and I've been calling them Hartford Family Winery because they seem to call themselves both. It's the same winery. Anyway, this one says Hartford Court, so I'm going to go with that. And this one's a couple years older. As you saw, the Matthiasson was a 2021. This was 2019. Picked up a little more complexity. It was more buttery, not overly buttery. As Hartford Chardonnays go, this was not one of the best ones, but there is no such thing as a bad Hartford Chardonnay. At least I've never had one. They're just delicious. I'm always excited when I get to see one. So I also gave this one 92 points, but it was definitely a little more buttery, a little more vanilla, baking spice in the nose, that kind of thing. And a little caramel on the mid palate, and some spice on the finish. So it was a really nice wine. But I didn't like it more than the Matthiasson. It was just different. So they're both really good. So as I said, today's Sunday. We are staying home again today, taking the weekend off. We were going to go to Disney Springs today, but we were up so late last night. Everything starts so late here. We were watching, a hockey game or a football game or whatever. They would start. We watched a wrestling event last night. It started till 8 o'clock. So it went 4 hours. It was after midnight by the time we get to bed. And I just woke Tracy up. We were thinking about going to Disney Springs, but she didn't get to sleep till after 4. So we're going to scrap that because there's football at 3 today. The NFC and AFC championship games. We're not going to miss those. So we're just going to stay home today and we're going to go to Wine Bar George today and taste through a whole bunch of wine. And we'll still do that this trip. Maybe we'll push that to Tuesday, I think. So tomorrow we're going back to EPCOT. And we're going to taste a little bit of food, and we have dinner at Topolino's Terrace in the Riviera Resort, which is our only really nice dinner of the trip, but it's not as crazy high-end as some of the dinners we've had down here. It's not going to be $1,000 dinner or anything like some of the other ones have been when we've gone to the really fancy restaurants here. But it's going to be nice to sit down and have a good meal. It's the Riviera Resort is, well, just what it says. It's about the Riviera, but the Italian Riviera and the French Riviera. So the restaurant is Italian and French fusion, I guess you'd call it. So it's going to be, I hear good things about it. Oh, fruit flies. So anyway, when we're eating there, we're going to give that a shot. It's also on the Skyliner, which has been down since we've been here. Well, we knew that it was down for maintenance, but it's supposed to come up tomorrow. So if everything goes well, we're going to park at the Riviera, take the Skyliner into Epcot, and then take the Skyliner back to the restaurant, which will be fun. So that's it for now, and I'll be back. This being the Festival of the Arts, let's go see some art. Oh, a little bit of everything here. Oh, look at that adorable little castle. 50th anniversary castle, look at that. 180 bucks. Hey, the lady. Cinderella's huge castle is only 200 bucks. Interesting. Everything, you got little everything here, little Marvel, little Disney. Oh, that original piece there. Imagine the Haunted Mansion. $7,000. Yeah, there's lots of original art in here. This is all original art over here, actually. One of a kind edition of 2. I wonder why you would have 2. Maybe the other one's mystery. Yeah, so far over here, these are all original pieces. Look at that. Gorgeous. Well, $5,000 or $6,000. Little Kamala Khan up there, $5,000. Oh, sorry, $4,000. That's not bad. Wow. Star Wars fans, something for you too. $7,000 for that one. There you go. I guess I'll take one of everything. Oh, Grogu. Luke and Grogu. Look at that. Wakanda forever. Wow. Look at the Scarlet Witch. $3,000 and it's like 3D-ish. I wonder if that comes across on camera. That is breathtaking. Original, that's paper. Paper cutouts. $9,000. Wow. In addition to all the art, they also have art of a different nature, music. Like the Disney on Broadway stage there. And once or twice a night, they have actual Disney Broadway artists come up here and perform some songs. Obviously, it's a little early now, but later tonight, there'll be somebody up there singing at a packed house. A little Italian Chardonnay, nicely chilled. I've had worse Chardonnay. Medium plus finish, medium plus acidity. Lots of tropical flavors. Not a lot of butter. But, you know, it's refreshing and not terrible. Okay, this is a Banfi Chianti Classico. Doesn't quite measure up to the Chianti we had yesterday. Put it mildly. Although Banfi's a good name, and this is a Reserva, so I don't know. Each of these glasses was $9, which were actually cheaper. They actually had Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio over there, which you can buy in a store for like $14 a bottle. It was 13 bucks a glass for that. I'm confused as to pricing, because I guarantee this Banffy's would cost you a lot more in the store than that Santa Margarita junk. It's okay. It's not as good as I thought it would be. It's like almost dry to the point of austerity. How do you like it, Sweet? Chard?
I do like it. It's really crisp.
Yeah,
refreshing.
crisp and refreshing. That's how I would describe it too. I give the Chardonnay 88 points. The Chianti, one more sip. Yeah, the Chianti's 85. It's I got kind of disappointed, I guess. Maybe there's a reason it's $9. Maybe it's a cheap entry-level Chianti. I'll have to look it up when I get back to a computer, but we'll see. I don't know. It's nothing special. Chardonnay's better for sure. One of the more adorable things about this little German village, it just sits out here outside the German pavilion or close to it, is that if you look really closely, the flags on that street change for the festivals. Those little flags are for the Festival of the Arts. It's pretty cute. Weinkeller. That almost sounds like wine cellar. I wonder what's in here. Okay, we're in Germany now. I'm gonna try a couple more little wines. They were $9 each. This is a little frightening. I asked the guy if they had any Spätburgunder, and he said no. And then I said, you got German Pinot Noir, and that's Spätburgunder. So this is a Pinot Noir, but it is a Spätburgunder, obviously. Well, unlike the one at the U.S., but at least it tastes like Pinot Noir. It tastes like Spätburgunder. It tastes like, well, I don't have a ton of experience with German Pinot Noir, but this tastes like the other ones, and it's good. A really funky bottle, which usually back in the day used to be a real turnoff. But from now, they're starting to put better wine in weird bottles, for whatever reason. Oh, that's not bad. Fruity, a little bit of earth in the palate. Mostly red cherry, blackberry, strawberry. It's pretty good. I'll give it 88 points. So why did I try the red before the white? Because the white is sweet. Or at least partially sweet. It's Spatluse. Spatluse. I'm pronouncing that probably terribly.
Tastes like cheap Pinot.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably fairly cheap, but I mean, it's okay. It's certainly better than last Pinot. This is okay. This is it's Selbach Oster, I think, is the winery, so well, you'll see it by now, but. That's exactly what I think it'd be. Fairly cheap, introductory. Off-dry Riesling. 87 points for that one. I'll go back to the Pinot. Wife thinks I really overrated it. Let's see if I'm wrong. Let's see if it changes after drinking the sweet Riesling.
What did you give it?
88.
Here you go. That's awesome.
I think you overrated it.
But they taste like they're nice, but they're okay. I think this is, I'm going to downgrade it 1. I think they're probably both 87. Pretty good, but way better than other Pinot for sure. Someone poured me a glass, I said drink it. I wouldn't throw it in their face like I would have that last Pinot. One of the other little things here is the mariachi band, which always draws the crowd. They just started playing a second ago. This is not a Festival of the Arts thing. They're here all the time. If you're into mariachi music and don't want to just take a chance, they do have a schedule as well. Mariachi Cobra, music of Mexico. Better than a boat ride and a concert. The Grand Fiesta Tour of the Freak Caballeros. Over to the right here is the Sauna Inn where we ate the other day. I forgot to mention, look how dark it is. Yeah, it's beautiful ambiance and everything, but it's so dark you can't see your food. I like it. It's one thing not to be able to see the menu. You can, put a light on for that. But couldn't see what I was eating, which was challenging. But the meal was great, so I'm just gonna assume I wasn't eating worms. I didn't taste that worms.
This way.
Little Donald, he's attitudinal.
Excuse me, have you seen a duck? Hey, hey, hey! Wrong duck! Goodbye! They say we got birds of a feather. We're talking the amigos, no matter where he goes. There was two and three goes. We're always together.
Here we are at Club Cool, where we're about to try a whole bunch of pop, including the infamous Beverly from Italy, which is infamous not for a good reason. So what's the first one here?
Viva.
Viva from Moldova. Viva Raspberry. Well, that's probably pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah, if you like raspberry, you're gonna like that one. All right, now that we've tried that, let's try one that's supposed to be terrible. China. It says sour plum tea. Savory, sweet, and tart. Just what I want in my pop. Yeah.
I can't even taste it. Oh.
You know what? I've heard it described as tasting like barbecue potato chips, and that's pretty much what it is. Why? Why would anybody want barbecue potato chip flavored pop? All right, Beverly, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. All right, Beverly. Are you as bad? Oh, it smells good. It actually smells like Sprite. Okay. It smells delicious, actually. Yeah, that is just as bitter as they say it is. Why would anybody drink that? That is horrific. What's that?
Sprite with cucumber.
Oh yeah, you like that, eh?
Sprite
That's
with
from
cucumber.
Russia? That's good. All right, I'm gonna try the watermelon one, which I don't like watermelon, so I won't like this probably, but let's give it a shot. Hopefully it doesn't taste like watermelon. Oh yeah, it's watermelon-ish.
Oh, I like that one too.
Like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I don't love it, but it's not nearly as, it's not like a Jolly Rancher or anything disgusting like that. All right, so getting close to the end here, but I'm gonna try. So Korea is lychee, and Madagascar is supposed to be tropical fruit. All right, bonbon anglais. Oh wow, that smells good.
This is the apple lychee. You had this one?
Oh geez, that's good.
Which one?
Madagascar. You've got Korea there, right? The Joy apple lychee. That good? Here, switch.
Yeah, that is really good. And this is Madagascar?
Yeah, tropical fruit.
Oh,
That's good too.
I think this is my favorite so far.
Mine too. That's a winner for me too. I'd go Madagascar 1, Korea 2, Philippines 3, no, Moldova 3, Philippines 4. I didn't try cucumber because I hate cucumber. What's your point?
I haven't tried the Beverly yet.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh jeez. Yeah, we'll get a close up of her as she tastes this. It actually smells really good, but boy, the taste is. Why Italians would do that to themselves.
It smells like orange bitters.
Oh, I thought it smelled like Sprite. Yeah. There are no circumstances under which I would ever want that in my mouth again. Isn't that something else? No, I'd buy a case of that bonbon anglais if it was available. Right? All right, so that's the Club Cool. All the pops are free to try. Just come on in and have some Beverly. Wow. Here we are for dinner at Topolino's Terrace. Lovely restaurant in the Riviera Resort. Never been here before, but I just tasted the wine and I thought I better review it right now before I drink it all. I went 3 sips. The 2017 Il Pogione Brunello de Montalcino. So one of the things we like about this restaurant, particularly, is how fair the wine prices are. This would cost me $100 to get it from wine.com to $150 in the restaurant. So a 50% markup is pretty fair. In fact, they're selling Opus 1 here for $4.70 a bottle. Now that's a lot of money, but you couldn't get it from the winery for that price. Or maybe you could, it's about that price. But either way, it's pretty fair. So here we've got all kinds of red cherry, like leather, dried herbs. Oh. Cherry really comes at the end, a little bit of crushed raspberries. Oh, that is a lovely wine. Wow. That is red fruit all day long. Nice lot of a little bit of maybe blueberry there too, which is interesting for a Brunello. Leather, a hint of mushroom, but not a lot. It's only 5 years old, or 6 years old, right? So it's got a long ways to go. This is a wine I'd age for another 10 years. It would be amazing, but it's also delicious now. Like I said, $100 from wine.com or $150 at the restaurant. Very fair price. I would give this 96 points. It is spectacular. Yeah, just a quick recap of our wonderful day at EPCOT. Well, you saw an awful lot, and we did a lot of stuff I didn't put in the video. I didn't want it to be a 4-hour video, but we had a great day at EPCOT. Lots of good food, some good wine. Now remember, the food's going to come in another video, a lot of the tasting booths. But yeah, the day finished off with a spectacular dinner at Topolino's Terrace. Now, I think I mentioned in a previous video we had intended to park at the Riviera, take the Skyliner to EPCOT, and then the Skyliner back to the Riviera. We weren't able to do that because the Skyliner was down. It was first day back after its refurbishment, but kept going down. So we ended up parking at the boardwalk and taking the boats across. Funny aside, the boat captain told us that EPCOT actually stands for every person comes out tired. It's fitting. So yeah, we had a great dinner at Tapalino's Terrace. I had a fantastic filet mignon dish. Tracy had the best pork dish she's ever had in her life. It was a pork shank. And she went crazy for it, absolutely loved it. And it was a spectacular meal. We got a great waiter who knew his wine really well. So after the Brunello we had, we finished, we played a little blind tasting game. He brought me a wine to blind taste, which I immediately knew was Amarone, and I couldn't have been more wrong. It was a Napa Cab, really kind of a strange one. So then, after that, he brought me, we paid for that one. I ordered that one, but then he brought me another one to taste. And I immediately thought it was Bordeaux. And I tasted it, and it was less Bordeaux on the palate than on the nose. But then I thought, you know, it could still be, maybe it's a really cheap entry-level Bordeaux. I wasn't sure. You know, they have a pretty decent one by the glass menu, but I hadn't really paid much attention to it because I only was ordering a bottle. So he came over and he asked me what it was, and I said, well, no, I thought it was Bordeaux, or I'm not sure about it, but it could be an entry-level Bordeaux, like a Chateau Beaucite. And he went, because it was literally that. I had not only named the region, I had named the winery, so that was, you know, pretty good. And then we went, I think he brought me two other wines, one which I paid for, and one that he blind tasted me on a Greco from Italy. I don't think I've ever had a Greco from Italy in my life. It was shocking that I didn't get it. So even when he told me it was Italy and then started to narrow it down, I still couldn't have a clue. So anyway, it was a great night. He was a Samuel. Anytime you're watching this, thanks again, man. It was a spectacular night. He was awesome. The food was great. No complaints at all. We will definitely be back to Tapalino's Terrace. We even had we had a window seat so we could actually see the fireworks from EPCOT across the way because they were so close. And I actually tried to record them, but it wasn't a great recording. It had a little trouble focusing through the glass. So, but there's also a terrace there. We could walk out to the terrace and then I get a better recording, but we were eating our meal, so I didn't bother. But anyway, it was a great day. It was a great night. And you know, we've all been to restaurants where the service has been lousy. We've all been to restaurants where the service has been fine. We go to a restaurant and get service like that. That elevates the experience, takes a great meal and makes it this. He's spectacular, and he's fantastic waiter. So that's it for this video. Lots of good wine, lots of pretty average wine, but a really great day, a couple great days, and there's lots more to come. We've still got another 4 or 5 days to go. So stay tuned, and until next time, drink great wine. See you soon.